And we go again. Let's see if we can get some interesting paths. I wanna see some fresh blood, see some new folks. There was a buff to the physician. I'd love to play with the physician. Big healer on campus.
Indistinct and ill-minded. No compass awaits you here.
Big money, no whammies. Here we go.
A thread of connective worship that stretched across vast gulfs of time and time. But we did not.
So let's see. We also haven't seen the Venom drop, although I'm not exactly sure how you play the Venom drop. We haven't seen the Monarch.
Into the light.
Okay, so we pick up a Warlock Occultist. That's interesting. Off-guard Slayer of Fish Folks. Here's the Monarch. To rule, one must learn to serve. Now, I have not confirmed this, but my belief is that your chop skill damage is only plus 25 against Cosmic. But I think the vulnerable tokens on Purge and Intimidate are interesting. We have the Bleedy Jester, who is unerring and has hemophilia. That's not that interesting. Survivor Runaway, who's a precise striker. We have a Berserker to do some bleeding. We could go with a bit of a bleed comp. That's certainly presenting itself. Sergeant Man-at-Arms again. Sharp Shot again. Wanderer and the Physician. Okay, so we'll do that. So the Physician is Blight and Bleed do less. Disorienting Blast has a chance to stun. And then Ounce of Prevention comes with some Stress Resist, and Emboldening Vapors grants 2 strength. A Calm Physician. Yeah, indeed. Actually, I didn't look to see if we had any other interesting. Precise Striker on a Sharp Shot is hilarious. We won't be going with that. So I'm kind of thinking we could go with some bleed action here. Like maybe we go with like a Berserker and a Jester for cut above. That's an interesting one. So we have a natural swing on the Berserker, which we're not going to be able to take that much advantage of, unfortunately. Fussy Eater, Unerring and Hemophilia, Meh, Tangle Explorer, and Sprained Ankle. Yeah, I don't know. I think this crew will be interesting. Let's give it a go. The vulnerable token on Intimidate does not play particularly well with the fact that we're going for like a bleed heavy comp.
The time for denial has passed. You must face your failures.
So let's see. Let's get Intimidate on the board. Let's let Yop go in favor of.
Perhaps I left this for you.
I should probably not do this while driving. Yeah, that crit token. We don't care too much about critting on the leper. So those seem good there. Let's do a little more work here before. I think we still do want Howling End. Because primarily we're going to be doing if it bleeds. We're not going to bother with bleed out. Then over here, I think we're just going to do our standard build. We're not going for any solo finale type stuff. We keep Ounce, but then it's Disorienting Blast that gets the extra goodness. And then maybe we go Cause of Death, but we don't have. We can move Sarmenti back to use Cause of Death. That could be an interesting idea. So we build up a big bleed with the two of them, and then we blow them up by moving Paracelsus forward. I think it's interesting. Explosives Magazine right off the get-go is nice. But the Soloist is just more chance to bleed and more bleed crits. And then similarly, Boudica is more bleed chance. So we're going to have to go to the Cove. We're going to want to go to the Cove, I should say, to pick up some clasp knives, some leather strops. And then I think it'll be interesting to see how many hit points Baldwin has against cosmic enemies. Because I presume that it's just going to be 25% more. Yes, so the trinkets are more area specific than they were before Annie. Which is interesting, for sure. Right off the get-go. The bleed is not feeling too spectacular. But now you, at the moment, have 42 HP. With minus 30% max HP, I presume? The Jester is a damage powerhouse, to be sure. We can't disorienting blast the front line. That's gonna be a little challenging, I think. The Monarch and the Physician.
This work is noble.
But yeah, there were a lot of changes to the drop rates and locations, so it's... Yeah, I do think we need to put something on. I mean, we don't really need Indiscriminate Science right now, but we also don't really need Cause of Death. So I'll put Noxious Blast. The problem is it's going to do so little damage. Because it's only going to hit for a dot of 2. It's going to be pretty awful, thanks to Physician. I have a feeling that that Noxious Blast is going to be pretty underwhelming. Now, we can't put Sarmenti in the 4 spot, unfortunately.
Rest now for a time.
Alright, what are the chances that the Whiskey Barrel pays dividends? Alright, 1. I'll take that any day.
Precious relics remind us of a time before the end.
Candles and chocolate can really jumpstart things. I'll probably pick up these two. Let's roll the dice on this one as well. Whoa, Tactical Thinker coming off of that is nothing to sneeze at. Let's see if we can get Baldwin and Sarmenti all the way up there. Wow, we just picked up Sanguine from Chocolates and Candles, and we got the full 3. Dang. All right, that was pretty spectacular. I don't think I've ever had a relationship pop in the first in. We'll do that because Sarmenti just has so few hit points. Well, but it's new Sanguine, Annie. So just remember, it's not as good as it necessarily could be. Now, Intimidate removes stealth. Yeah, so it's only 25% chance to remove a stress each turn rather than 100%. I think we have so much stress control here that we can afford to go deep on something else. What else would we pick up? Yep. It is a 75% nerf, to be sure. And I guess I really wish that the Hellion had more than one bleed skill that she could use in a particular rank. If it bleeds, gets a lot better. Well, it gets a little better. I think Slice Off gets mo better. It doesn't actually. Actually, Fade to Black giving a combo? Nah, we'll go with Harvest. Man, I'm conflicted, clearly. We'll take...
Rain, fire, and rot. Is there no sanctuary for
Win 4 road battles. There's going to be some hoarders there. Here we're going to get diseased. I don't really want to get diseased, so we'll go to the feeder.
farms and fields of our kingdom? Overrun
We probably
with
should have...
serpents
I wonder if we can
and
still
rot.
do that. Does this work anymore? Yeah, you still can't undo it this much later. I was going to switch over and do Solemnity, but let's get rolling. Yeah, it's still quite good though. I think it's still going to help us keep the lepers situation happy. But
The rancid crop grows unchecked.
okay, creature den right off the bat. Do we go for the early harvest child?
The flame sputters.
I think we do.
You must give hope to get it.
I always have such a hard time having a Hellion not in rank 1. I lean on Iron Swan quite a lot.
Easier than holding out against it.
Okay, I don't care about that stuff. You two, which one of you can absorb? Yeah, all right, you can absorb a little bit. It is. It's my least favorite fight in the first area, Annie.
Without the other.
But I also see value in getting the early trophy, having some time to kind of regroup and rebuild, and also I think I haven't seen the new Harvest Child trinkets, but I think they're pretty valuable. So I think we're gonna go in and we're gonna at least take a gander, assuming this creature den doesn't eviscerate us.
That we may properly excise our portion.
I'd rather us have strength. Wait, who is... These two are already good. And actually, these two are good, too. Paracelsus is... Yeah, Paracelsus is struggling. So let's go for that. Get all of his relationships starting to trend in the right direction. I'm gonna start with these just because I don't want them eating.
Cooperation is the key.
Okay, slightly annoying. One there. Nobody's cosmic here. Chop is doing 2 to 3. Minus 75% damage top. Yep, maybe we should toss Hugh on the board or something. I don't know. That's I guess I didn't realize how much of a difference that was going to make. That's pretty hilarious. So Chop is basically worthless unless you're up against Cosmics.
Steady yourself.
That does mean if you don't know who you're going to be facing, like that's a little tricky to work around, I feel like.
A promising development.
So all of the toughest enemies in the game are Cosmics, so presumably that will work out well, but like this is just, right? This is going to be rather underwhelming. Now Disorienting Blast doesn't, I guess I'll use it to remove that. We probably need Magnesium Rain here. Good hit, but... I'm gonna do that to get rid of him.
So press your advance.
We should have insane healing. That's the hypothesis that I'm working under right now. 11 doesn't feel like
This wound
super
at least has been
transformative.
tended to.
The spider's just gonna sit back here poking at us for a while, I fear.
Stupendous.
Would have been nice. Yeah, I think that's probably the direction I'm gonna go, Annie. I don't have a way to remove. I don't have a way to remove Winded right now, I'm realizing. She has to get... I didn't put Bloodlust on. I mean, what I meant by I don't have a way to get rid of it is
Exhaustion takes hold.
very much that I don't have a way to in this fight. Yeah, I will probably need to put Bloodlust on. I should have probably upgraded... I mean, toe-to-toe is not what I need in my life, though.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
We still have a lot of healing in the bank between Solemnity and... We still have one more battlefield.
Steady yourself. The slow suffering begins.
I was gonna say, if that came with some stress, I wouldn't have complained too much. You're already toasted. Let's try and remove a dodge token here.
Squandered.
There's an argument for the fact that I definitely should have Solemnity there. Let's hope that doesn't bite us.
And now, the greatest test of all. Dragged back from the brink.
It doesn't seem like a very large heal.
A steady subtraction, an invariable result.
Not that I would ever complain about such things, but... Love to see that, though.
Matter.
Wow, that seems like an overreaction for someone who's at 4 stress. Losing 2 pips for killing something at 4 stress? I'm going to presume that's a relatively low percentage chance, but that hit us pretty hard.
Terminable conflict. The smallest variable can make all the difference.
Still nothing doing with, Yeah, really salty about losing the glory is right. I miss my poet leper. That's what I'm really feeling at this moment. And I gotta say, Disorienting Blast is supposed to have a stun chance. Well, I'm not gonna say that it doesn't. I'm certainly not feeling like it's paying dividends quite to the degree that I might have hoped. I kind of want to get one more Solemnity. Looks like we're probably not going to get that. Well, still good to do the creature den in area 1. Even though that was a bit painful. Picked up the extra mastery there, that's good. And then discount on trinkets isn't bad either. Might be a little early for us to have a good bauble bankroll. And yeah, Paracelsus is definitely... So yeah, so I think for now, we'll just do that. This, I think, remains unchanged. For now, we're not taking a lot of damage, so I'll toss Bloodlust on there. And then... Oh, we did have Purge. I probably should have thought about using that. I'm going to toss Hue on there just because it might be beneficial. Sure. We're going to go do the Harvest Child. As ill-advised as that may be. Alright, let's make sure we've got everything. You know. Sometimes you have luck, sometimes you have another run in the hopper. I mean, I do want to see more of the characters, so I'm not opposed to playing a little faster and looser with things. And I want to see all the new boss trinkets. I mean, I've seen them in the spreadsheet, but I don't think you really understand a trinket until you're using it.
Child's cries. Empowered, emboldened.
Okay, we love to see that. I was really hoping that was just going to get the kill. $50-50 on the Hue. Don't think that's my play. It's a mystery to me. If you know better, Annie, I'd be very curious. That's a heal for the goat? Nope, that's just a heal for him, so he dead.
An invariable result.
So we disorienting here because it hopefully gives us the days, which buys us a little bit of time. I do consider the Leviathan to be a whole different breed. Okay. But I don't know. The Harvest Child can be super nasty too. I mean, I think you got to, right? You got to test your limits, right? Right, Annie? That's just good business. Now you kill it. Dang it. That's... Our backline damage on this team is really awful. I think that's probably going to be what sinks our ship.
A slow dissection, an unavoidable end.
Yeah, I mean, you explore, you see what works, what doesn't work, and from it, you learn how hard you can push your team. 5 to 9 feels not great. Let's save the vulnerable for Sarmenti. That's what I'm thinking right now. We'll probably... Oh, shuffle her forward. Interesting. We don't do enough damage. 5 to 11 isn't terrible. I'll put some damage in. I know I said I was going to save the vulnerable token. Oh, well, I get sepsis for my try. rewarded with sepsis. Really don't like our leper not being in position 1. In real life or in the game? I think both are true. But yeah. Weaken on the leper is not the end of the world.
A simple variable, easily resolved.
That's so much riposte. We have to do so much healing also here to make this work at all. Technically, it's dead. But we're like, we get a heal going into the next fight anyways. Not having Bloodlust also feels pretty unfortunate. I'm gonna favor Jaws of Life over other things here. But I'm legit not messing with the riposte tokens there. I would not mind taking a hit large enough that I can get a Solemnity off. But I guess that improved dodge token is going to ruin that plan. But we are taking our sweet time. Okay, they're going to have to offer something pretty incredible for me to decide to do this. What is new? Galvanizing Goblet. +2 Blight dealt. Oh. And if HP above. Okay, so that's really nice. I mean, it compensates for the Blight drop, but I don't think we're taking advantage of the other things. Okay. Ghastly Gruel. Each ally on round N heal 2 33% of the time. If rank 1... Okay. I mean, these are good. And we get the bumper crop. Oh. Let's see how bad this goes.
The harvest is here. Pity those with a place at the table.
Off to a good start so far. I will say, it feels really bad the way that usually works out.
A little help impeccably timed.
You lose both of your front people's actions, which always feels terrible. Now, is this thing a cosmic baby? That's a question. And it's just a plague eater. I think we try and avoid it doing its, oh, we didn't get the move. All right, cool. Yeah, and now we're going to lose probably both our turns here, if I had to guess. Yep. Like, what is the counterplay there? What is the counterplay there? I don't really understand how you're supposed to do this fight. Still. Despite everything. Laws of Life is never fun. But just as a reminder, we have not gotten an action with either of these two for the entire fight so far. I mean, having as much debuff resist as humanly possible is a little hard to come by, I feel like. And our max HP is tiny now. But we're going to try. We're not going to make it, though, I don't think. I mean, like, yeah, if you have the... Okay, that's big. But yeah, without, like, I feel like itemizing towards a boss like that is hard. Like, that's a little difficult to come by. Oh, that's not good, though. Everybody's got dots. I think we're probably going to lose some people here. Yeah, to all the people who say that the Harvest Child is easier than the General, I will never understand you. What's the play here?
Dragged back from the brink.
So I've had insanely good luck with using blind on the larger meat stack. Which is its own kind of weird statement. But I kind of feel like if you move forward like this, you should, and there's no meat up front, you should not be able to act. You should not be able to eat. Okay, that's fine.
Let us hope they find
It's
peace.
fine. I mean, I kind of knew I was coming in for a tough one, but like, yeah, the Harvest Child is way harder than the General. Because I'm very, very happy doing the General, but yeah, there's no way we're getting through this. We've lost velocity on our damage. That's okay though. The Galvanizing Goblet on an Alchemist Plague Doctor would be insane. Oh, Annie, I'll do a general all day every day, no problem. Burn, baby, burn.
Go with grace into the great beyond.
Well, we rolled the dice. I mean, so the General, you can just plan around with basically no, like if you pick up caltrops, you generally have enough to make it work. Like if you pick up a set of caltrops or something like that, yeah, you need, and then you can just itemize some skills that hit the back line, and you're good to go. You got this. No problem.
Reliance is a rare and wonderful thing.
Physician v. Harvest Child. I think it's going to be okay.
The slow suffering begins.
I'm not that excited about the Monarch, I will say. Like, I know we didn't really get to put it through its paces there, obviously. And the Physician... Same thing. I think the Physician is pretty lackluster. We've been using Disorienting Blast like crazy. We haven't gotten a single stun out of it.
sweat-soaked brows, unsteady stances.
I could see a world in which we could have done better by leaning on the emboldening vapors aspect of the physician, but
Learn from each attempt. Deepen your understanding. And victory will